What's up, all my beautiful people out there? It's your girl, Brianka Janae, coming back at you with another video, guys. Guys, today's video is going to be an update on life after separation, life after being abandoned. If you have not caught, I know they're a little further down. I'm going to try to make a playlist for you guys. But if you have not caught my Life After Abandonment 1 and Life After Abandonment 2, then you guys stop this video, go watch those two, and then come back to this one. Because this one is going to be a series of the start of a series of videos, which is going to address different emotions that I felt after being abandoned and how I dealt with those things, okay? A lot of this stuff will be emotional for me, and a lot of these things may be emotional for you. But we're going to get through this together. I feel like there's a lot of my Brebees out there that I need to touch and talk to and let y'all know that there's not a feeling that you're not feeling throughout this process that I have not felt. It has been 3 years going on 4 years since my separation. Okay, guys. And I'm going to tell you this, okay? It does not get easier unless you make it easier. I'm going to say that again. It does not get easier, and it will not get easier unless you make it easier. So these series of videos, we're going to talk about these things because these are things that I have seen others that I know that are going through the same situation as me, as well as myself. And I feel like it needs to be addressed because a lot of people don't address these feelings, okay? And also it's going to address some do's and don'ts, you know, like some things like not to do, okay? So if you're interested, guys, I'm just going to jump right on in. I'm going to start talking about some things here. And on this first video, I want to address the elephant in the room, which is it's not you, it's him, okay? It's not you, it's him. I remember after my ex-husband left, I used to go through a whole lot of different emotions. I'll talk about that in my number 1 and my number 2. But some of the common emotions that I felt was, what's wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with me? Why did I get left? Like, I felt like I had given the marriage my all. I had given the relationship period my all. Like, I had given it everything. I defined myself as a wife. I did not want to see my marriage fail, okay? And so that was one of the feelings that was the biggest feeling that triggered my depression, that triggered my anxiety, that had me just so bogged down and bogged out for so many years, okay, guys? Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you're going to get better. You know, he's left. It is what it is. It's going to get better. It's not going to get better unless you address some things with yourself, okay? And what I mean by that is, okay, I felt like when my ex-husband left, I felt like I needed to be skinnier because the girl that he cheated on me with, she was smaller than I was. I felt like I needed to be lighter because the girl that he cheated on me with, she was light-skinned. I felt like I needed to have less children. I'm being honest, guys. I'm being completely honest. Because the girl that he cheated on me with was smaller. Okay? So the feeling of what's wrong with me, like, why me? Why did he have to leave me? Why am I by myself? I never felt like I never knew I was going to be by myself. Why? Like those feelings that you attack yourself with and those words that you say to yourself, guys, you have to address those feelings head on. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have days where you crying your butt off. You're going to have days where you're not going to feel like getting out of bed. You're going to have days where you don't feel like cooking, where you don't feel like cleaning, where you don't feel like taking care of the kids. I've addressed this before and I'll say this again. But those days can be counteracted with your best days. So if you do these things that I tell you on this video, and if you think about these things, I want you to think about these things from inside and out, okay? First thing I want you to do when you're abandoned, I want you to get the first thing, the very, very first thing I want you to do immediately. I'm talking about after you done wiped your tears, baby. You done got up off your knees. You done got off the phone with your homegirl because I know you done called 50-11 of them, your mama, your sister, your brother, somebody, whoever you've called, okay? After you've gone through that phase of the shock phase where it's like, oh my God, I cannot believe he just walked out and left me. When you get out of that, head to your nearest Target, your nearest Walmart, your nearest Amazon, your nearest grocery store, your nearest Marshalls because they got them, your nearest Smiths, wherever, the nearest store that is near you, and grab you a journal. And not just any journal. You're going to grab you a prayer journal, baby. You're going to grab you a journal and you're going to write daily in this journal. Every emotion that you are feeling needs to go on paper. Do not hold those feelings in. Do not sit up here and be like, you know what, I can mask these feelings, because the longer that you prolong getting them out of here and onto paper and doing something about them, the longer you're going to be depressed, bogged down, and in bondage, okay? And that's exactly where the devil wants you, because if the devil can have your mind, like I said this before, then he's got you. The idle mind is his playground. So if you're idly thinking about the same thing over and over and over and over again, the devil is going to bring back so many memories of your relationship. He's going to say, oh, well, you know, you didn't do this in a relationship. You didn't do that in a relationship. And then he's going to attack you. And so the last thing that you want him to do is be able to attack you. So you're going to get your prayer journal so that you can write the things that you are feeling, so that those things can be, that journal itself can be presented to God. Okay. When I got abandoned, one of the things that I wish that I would have done, guys, and now in doing so, this is 4 years later that I've done so. So it's kind of helped me out. And I know that I wish I would have done it in the beginning. Is this exactly what I'm telling you? I wish I would have got quiet. Stop talking to people, telling people my business. I wish I wouldn't have reached out to family, because there were certain family members that hurt me even more once I told them with what their opinions was. And so I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have just got quiet. And I wish that I would have just brought God closer to me. And I wish that I would have just wrote down the way that I was feeling about myself, the way that I was feeling about myself as a mother, the way I was feeling about myself as a wife, the way I was feeling about myself as a person, as a woman, as a entrepreneur. Like, I wish I would have wrote those things down, because if I would have wrote those things down, it would not have taken me as long as it has to heal. Okay. So the one thing I can tell you is immediately go get you a journal, baby. Go get you a journal, and you need to write down everything about yourself. Like, I want you to go to the mirror, and I'm only telling you guys this because I just did this recently. I did this the beginning of quarantine, okay? So you guys are talking, I got left in 2017, 2018, okay? So you guys are talking, these are years later that I decided to do something about it, and I'm trying to help you guys before you get to my point, okay? Go to the mirror, and I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. That's right. All red-eyed because you've been crying. All snot-nosed because you've been crying. Pimples on your face. Teeth jacked up like me. Fat neck like me. I want you to go to that mirror. And as you stand there in the mirror, I want you to write down everything about yourself that you see. And I wrote down everything that I saw, okay? And I can only tell you for myself. So I want you to write down everything that you can see. But when I looked in the mirror, guys, and I did this exercise and I wrote down everything that I saw, there were so many negative things about myself that I saw. I saw a fat slob. I saw a lazy bum. I saw a woman who didn't cook every day. A woman who didn't sometimes get to clean every day. I saw a woman that was never going to get out of this financial hole because I depended solely on his income, and I did not have a savings, and I did not save money because we were struggling in our finances and during my marriage. So he was the breadwinner, and I was trying to pick up the pieces in my business. So I saw a failure. I saw so many negative things about myself, guys, and I'm just sharing some of them, but I wrote them down. I wrote down how I hated my teeth. I wrote down how I hated my weight. I wrote down how I hated the way I looked when I came on camera. I wrote down how I'm not light-skinned with pretty eyes and long, pretty hair. I wrote down how I had big feet. I wrote down everything. I wrote down about, I'm just pointing out some things that come to my head all the time. The jiggly stuff under my arm. Like, I wrote this stuff down. And right after I wrote that stuff down, I fell in the middle of my bathroom floor, y'all, on my face. And I cried out to God and I said, God, show me how to love me for me. Show me how to love the woman that I see in the mirror like you love me. Show me how to love myself. Show me why you have me still here on this earth. I asked God to reveal it and kill it. Meaning, reveal to me what's holding me back. Reveal to me why I hate myself so much. Reveal those things to me and kill it. Kill the desire to feed that spirit. Kill the desire. Whew, I'm trying not to cry because, y'all, I'm trying not to mess up my makeup, but reveal it. Reveal it to me. Show me and transform me into the woman, the virtuous woman that he wanted me to be and for his purpose. And I remember laying there in my bathroom floor with that paper under me, like right here. I had to, like, my notebook was right here and I laid on top of it. And I asked God to show me his truth of what he saw when he looked at me. And when I got up off that floor, I looked at the list again. He showed me who I am. And he showed me whose I was, which was his, and what he saw. And he came to my mind and he told me the things that he wanted me to write about myself, to write my story. And next to everything after he showed me, you know, what to write, or what he told me, or what he placed on my heart, the words that he placed in my heart at that time to write down on that paper, I went back through the list and I said, okay, God, everything that is on this list that I can change, give me the finances, the time, the understanding, the diligence to change these things from a negative to a positive. One of the biggest hindrances on my page was my weight. That was one of the things that when I looked at the girl that I had been cheated on with and I looked at myself, I was just like, dang, she got a banging body. And I didn't look at the one factor. See, the thing is that most of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, most of the time when a man cheats, it is not because she look better than you. So we got to stop telling ourselves that, like, oh, I'm fine. I'm finer than she is. I'm cuter than she is. It's not because of that. Most of the time when he picks his victim, when he picks the woman that he wants to, you know, lash out and go and get, now I'm going to, you know, say it. It is because she lacks the level of confidence that you have. What I mean by that is she accepts anything. She's lonely. She's tired of being by herself. She takes whatever little piece of 2 legs and that she can get, okay? Just so she don't have to be by herself. Her level of confidence in herself is not there. So most of the time, I'm going to say, oh, I'm not a relationship specialist, no nothing, but this is just in the case that I had to see for myself, okay? And once I saw that for myself and I realized, like, the girl that he cheated on me with had absolutely no confidence. She was desperate. And so by her being desperate, that made her an easy target. So, of course, if a man, listen, a man is a hunter by nature, okay? So if the prey is not easy to hunt, right? If she doesn't have standards, if she doesn't have goals, if she doesn't have aspirations, if she's not trying to pursue anything that is going to make her better, it's an easy target for him. That's easy prey for him. And so what I had to say to myself was, the fact is that I'm not easy prey. I'm not. I'm not easy prey for the devil. I'm not easy prey for these men. I have got to get my mentality right. And that is the first thing that you need to do when you are abandoned. Life after abandonment is about reconstruction. You are going to be a big construction job. Like your walk and your changes after that is going to be a humongous DIY project. For real. For real. I suggest after you, while you're doing this, working on yourself, stay away from men. Don't entertain them, not even the slightest bit of conversation. That male friend that you have had for 40, 50 years, move away from them. Okay? And let them know, hey, I'm going to be a little bit distant. I'm dealing with some things right now, and I'm not able to talk to you. Because the thing is that if you are around this person during the time where you're trying to fix yourself, if you're around them in your most vulnerable moments, you're going to be tempted to have with them, okay? You're going to be tempted to get down with the getting it down, down with them, okay? And they're going to take it because they're going to be emotionally attracted to you, meaning they've been friends with you so long and they know most of your deepest, darkest emotional secrets as a male. So they're going to take that opportunity and your vulnerability, and you guys are going to end up hooking up. Okay. And when y'all hook up, that messes up the friendship. We all know that. So refrain from going down that road. Take some time to get quiet with just you and God. The only person who is going to be able to reconstruct you is the manufacturer. God is the one who made you. He is your manufacturer. He is the one that put you in your mother's womb. He is the one that lets you still be living here to this day, to make it through this challenge, to make it through this part of your life. This is not to break you. This is to make you stronger. But you cannot get stronger until you do the work. And so if you continue to entertain male company, what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting it down with the get it down, because you're going to want to feed that spirit. Okay. Feed that loneliness. You're going to want to you're going to want to give into that part of you because you're vulnerable, boo. Your heart is vulnerable. Your mind is vulnerable. Is wanting, because she used to the live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to be ready. And you know what I'm saying? She going to be purring. And every one that shows you attention, because that's the biggest thing that we thrive off of as women, is attention. Okay, so your attention span is going to go straight to the first one who shows you attention. And 9 times out of 10, I ain't going to say all, but 9 times out of 10, when you have a male friend and he's heard all of your emotions, he knows you're vulnerable. So Satan is going to tempt him and say, she ready? Going on over there and give a little tap on the shoulder. Y'all get a room together. Y'all going to offer her a vacation. She going to take it because she need a vacation. Offer her a vacation. And when you in the vacation, you sleep in the other bed, but then you get to tapping on her shoulder. And she going to take you in. She can't resist you. Like, these are the things he going to be playing in that person's mind. So what you got to do is separate yourself, get you a journal, and start the work on yourself. I guarantee you're going to feel so much better, guys, after you do the work on yourself. And it's not even just about entertaining men. It's entertaining women too. Sometimes us as women, we see what we want in your life for you. Okay, I'm just being real. And that's being friends or somebody that's interested in you on that level too. Because you know what I'm saying? Let's be real. We're in 2021. Girls like girls too. Okay. And so here's the thing, is that sometimes we see you on a level that if we're miserable, we want you to be miserable too. If we're not ready to work on ourselves, but we're not quite ready to let you go as a friend, right? We'll start to inflict what we want for you onto you. So in your feelings about how you feel about this man, about how you feel about being abandoned, all of that, the biggest person, the only person that you're going to be able to depend on is going to be God in that journal. Nobody else needs to know your business. Nobody else needs to, you don't need to talk to anybody else except, number 2, a therapist. Immediately invest in a therapist. I'm talking about the day he leave. The day he leave, get in the phone book, call you a therapist. If you in Las Vegas, Nevada, I know a therapist for you. She's amazing, God-fearing woman. I was actually going to therapy with her before my separation, but after my separation, she helped me so much more. That was when I was in my most broken state, and I feel like God placed me in this woman's arms with my emotions for a reason to be able to deal with right after he left, okay? But secondly, invest in you a therapist. Like, that's the first two things that you need to do. The first two things is, number one, do not call him. Don't be like, baby, come back. Baby, please, I love you, all of that. If you have been abandoned, fall all the way back. Delete the phone number out your phone. Do whatever you have to do to restrict from calling that man, to restrict from reaching out to his family. Put the family on block, all that. You need to take this time to detach and decompress, okay? Because the more you call him, the more you reach out to him, the more you and him have interaction, it's going to lead you on to think that you guys are going to be together. And in case you are not going to be together, you need to be ready with your heart, with your mind, and with your soul. And the only way that can repair your soul is God. So you need to get that journal, and you need to get quiet. You don't need to talk to your homegirls. You don't need to go to the club. You don't need to drink out the bottle. You don't need to hit that that bleezy, that, you know what I'm saying, that rolling paper. You don't need to do any of that. The only rolling you need to be doing is on the ground, rolling on your knees and face first, talking to God. That's what you need to be doing. That is going to repair your soul. And every time that you think about it, I also want you to get this, which is a prayer jar. And what this prayer jar, this prayer box is going to do is, every time you think about being abandoned, every time you think about a memory of yourself and your ex-husband, or yourself and your mates or your partner, whoever, every time you think about that, you take those feelings, you write them down, you drop them in the jar. I don't care if you think of them 15 times in a day. You take that, you stop what you're doing, carry you a little small notebook in your purse, okay? Stop what you're doing in the grocery store, and you write that feeling down. When you get home, you drop it in the jar. After 6 months of working on yourself, revisit that jar. Any feelings that you are still feeling, keep inside of the jar. Any feelings that you are not any longer feeling, burn them, bury them, get done with them, okay? Once you're done with them, you cannot repick them up, okay? So that is my advice, okay? Guys, be ready for part 2. Part 2 will be coming very, 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 very soon. I don't want to make these videos way too long. I do want to keep you guys on point, and I do want each and every last one of us to heal. Listen, guys, yes, I am a makeup artist here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, I would love to have you sit in my chair. But here's the thing, is that my motto is to stay beautiful and to stay confident. And you can't stay beautiful and stay confident if you're hiding behind brokenness, if you're hiding behind not being whole, okay? And my main goal in life is just to have us made whole in whatever way that may be. You don't ever have to get your makeup done by me. You don't ever have to buy an eyelash from me. You don't ever have to subscribe to my channel. You don't have to do anything. But the one thing that I want you to do is to heal, baby. Heal. Look at life as full again. It is time for you to get off your knees crying and asking God to heal you, but you're going back into the pits of hell where the devil wants you to be. It is time to heal. It is time for us to get confident. It's time for us to get stronger. It is time for us to be made whole. Okay? And I made a lot of mistakes in these last 3 years, and I've been waiting to let you guys know, and let you guys know, like, don't do it. You know, warn you guys. Warning comes before destruction. You know what I'm saying? So before you destruct yourself with all that hurt and that pain and all of that, like, I'm trying to warn y'all and help you live, okay? And help you live. But I'll catch you guys in part 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. As I mentioned, guys, go watch part 1 and part 2, Life After Abandonment. That will shed a little bit more on my story, a little bit more on who I am as this broken woman and in the state of that I am. I know that what I went through in my life and with men and interacting with men and husbands and all that stuff and relationships was only to write my story for the woman to stand before you or sit before you and talk that I am now. No one talks to the broken woman, it seems. Everyone always talks to, the one that, teaching her how to level up and all that stuff, but no one talks to the broken woman, the woman that's already so broken down and she don't see the light of day no more. I don't feel like not too many people talk to them and help them. So this is what I am here for, I believe, and this is the purpose that I believe God has placed before me. So I'm going to fulfill that purpose by any means necessary, and I'm going to fulfill it here on YouTube with you guys. So guys, stay tuned for part 2. Where we will cover another, thing to do, or another step, or another feeling that you're going to feel and address, okay, and things and how to deal with that, okay? If you like this video, guys, thumbs up for me. Thumbs up this video. If you want to talk about a certain feeling, leave it down below in the comment section. Please, guys, don't forget to comment and subscribe, guys. Subscribe to this channel, like for real. Even if you don't, it doesn't matter to me. God is going to lead to me who he needs to hear this message. But put down in the comments some things that you've been commonly feeling, okay, throughout this. And I'll address them because some of them I more than likely have felt already. All right, guys? So I love each and every last one of you guys with the love of God in my heart. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.